with you. You told me you cool, I told you we cool. We not ever cool, we not in the team. I know what I mean. You act like a fiend, like you want to be. Nigga, these flows and these niggas can't stop me. All these niggas gon' hate, they can't top me. I know you a man, nigga, you jock me. Constantly, always watch me on my page. I'm on the stage. I'll be the motherfucking carry your rage. I don't give a damn, nigga, I'll be outraged. I don't give a fuck, nigga, under it. Up at the top of these niggas is mad because I ain't seen never stop. I don't give a fuck cause you an enemy, jocking me, watch me like an eye. I don't give a fuck, bitch, I never put this in these niggas, I'm not no cop. Y'all bitch ass niggas ain't Red Sox niggas, so I will never stop. I'm from the 510, get in my dough, I don't give a fuck, nigga, I just let it all go. And y'all niggas is mad cause I'm in the zone, I'm zoning these niggas, I'm whipping these red cones. All of this going shit, like the construction bitch, running this shit. In the Latona trick, I don't give a fuck what y'all niggas wanna say, cause y'all niggas mad, you ain't getting that pay. Wasn't on G, getting that money. Niggas is hella like fast car numbers, ain't getting no money. You dead like mummies, y'all niggas to me, irrelevant and bummy. I don't give a fuck, nigga, I'm at the top. Y'all niggas mad, you watch me like clock. I don't give a damn what you gotta say. I like your bars, but try to y'all say what I say. Then I spit, I don't give a fuck, I get hit after hit. You niggas is tricks, feeling this shit now, I rap you do. Don't give a fuck, I eat you like food. Niggas is mad, cause got wick ass crew. You can't even beat me with all of you. Nigga, I'm crazy, came out the zoo like the open zoo. Nigga, fuck all of you. Do it the game, and don't give a fuck about clocking no fame, clocking no fame. Don't give a fuck that you relevant, nigga. You don't respect the fucking game. Up to the top, and I never stop. I don't give a fuck, like I already said. You bitches is niggas is mad as a hella mad, cause you still paying for head. You ain't getting brag, your pockets on tap, yellow man, cause you motherfucker can't speak like that. Talking about I'ma do my own shit, and giving it damn nigga, get on the grip. I don't give a fuck if you butter or a crip, you disrespect me, you touch with trick. Dead to this shit, dead to me, I don't give a fuck, nigga, you an enemy, fuck a friend of me, you ain't been shit to me. Niggas ain't even on this motherfucking shit. I just had to go back, niggas was trying to block my chakra, but God delivered me from this. That's real shit, nigga, okay.
More shocking than the EKG, young Kilo G, yeah, you know me. Beat Thor with the master key. Doors stay on the floor, cause I've been low key. I'm the hometown hero, I am hard as a spearthrow. Fly as a paratroop, jumping straight in your ear hole. If you don't use your ears, what the heck is you here for? I could die if I cry, but I won't shed a tear though. How you stop a black man from voting? Jail. Send him there with no knowledge of self. Create schools that are more like cells. Destroy his manhood and he truly will fail. Harder to braille, hard to swallow like kale. Man, I know myself and I know very well. Ain't like William Tell, that's if you can tell. Man, I flow so hot, I burn the devil in hell. Blowing like CP4, still on E14. The gang want my soul, my brother still on parole. I told my mama I don't do what I'm told, I just do what I know. Amaranth from the way that I grow. One ring like Frodo, around the world like a yo-yo. Boy, I stay in the dojo, and they can't take my mojo. Man, the flow is for loco, evil like Mojo Jojo. No coon like Domo, freestyle pro bono. Caliber like Gallagher, with my Excalibur. This the Final Fantasy, hit fools with my magica. Shoot like Gallagher, crawl like Tarantula. I'm the main character, and there's Zabranica. Internet was made by a black man. I'm not Al Gore, I'm that man. Stealing sucker's face with the fat man. Hard to kill like a samurai on his last stand. With his last hand in the last dance. It's your last chance. Thinking advance for you die. Truth or lies, no alibis. This is the present moment, don't be surprised. And still I rise. Like I raise your vibe, percolate your mind. When I step inside, I'm so dang wet. My name is slip and slide. I'm a lion's pride, and I just let that ride.
Out with the fellas, that shit you can tell us. Everybody dip, pocket full of grip, think on my hip. Hope it don't go there. Trying to play games, you ain't going nowhere. Out with the fellas, that shit you can tell us. Everybody dip, pocket full of grip, think on my hip. Hope it don't go fresh off of work, kids good. So some fun I search. Hit up the squad, what's the plan? I'm headed to that action, no I'm not playing. Pull up to the spot, packed crowd. We walk through that bitch, puffing on loud in my section. I need 6 bottles. First you get the money, then the rest will follow. Feeling good, I gave her a tip. My look good, shaking her hip, vibe nice. I'm all in the mode, trauma, cause we all on some grown shit, relaxing. Taking more shots, rolling up the next until we get to the top. I'm high, put a new coat on island. See some chicks fighting and wild, smiling, cause I'm stress free. Fucking with my fellas and some young OGs. Yeah, fellas, that shit you can tell us. Stay by dip, pocket full of grip, king on my hip. Hoping don't go there, trying to play games. You ain't going nowhere. Out with the fellas, that shit you can tell us. Stay by dip, pocket full of grip, king on my hip. Hoping don't go there, trying to play games. You ain't going nowhere.
Change that constraint, and a pop a bang, and you can feel the pain when I bust. It's fluid, so yeah, it's serious. You found to catch on fire when you mention the 7-star general. When you see me salute, street top, West Coast, my cop, standing on the roof, Usalama on standby, living like a bulletproof. Make me wanna bust, don't make me grab my Yankee, get kinky, real pretty, grab that bitch and squeeze the tip. Man, I swear it never gets pretty and ugly. I'm quick to grab your head and kick it off like struggle. Go ahead and find your spot. Think about it. Elaborate. Before it's too late, get your expiration date. Behind the black gate, it's the Mickey ears and Cinnabons. It's activated and you hate it cause I'm on one. I'm about to knock your head up to the white meat. The most electrifying, yeah, and they don't like me. I make you kiss my Nikes. I make you kiss my Nike. I'm doing 100 in that 55, we turned it to a cat 5. Little Mikey didn't like it, that's a damn lie. I make you kiss my Nikes. I make you kiss my Nike. If it's extravaganza, you can pass it. Catastrophic is the topic. Revolutionize, frame of mind, rise and grind. With about 1 million gorillas, front line. Fuck that fork is full of shit. I'm hungry than a motherfucker. I'm sucker ducking chicken bucket. The big homie trying to beat that conviction and he's still street politicking. About my chicken, I'ma throw it up in that deep fry. Keep my game solidified. That bullshit is minimized. Go ahead and blow some wind under my wings. Let me fly, young nigga. Let me fly off to better things. But I'm deep up in that jungle, baby. About to knock that shit up out the park, baby. I'm about to knock your head up to the white meat. The most electrifying, yeah, and they don't like me. I make you kiss my Nikes. I make you kiss my Nike. I'm doing 100 in that 55, we turned it to a cat 5. Little Mikey didn't like it, that's a damn lie. I make you kiss my Nikes. I make you kiss my Nikes.
I'm American. I was born here. My father was born here. His father was born here. His father was brought here. Was fishing too close to the river in Africa. This black ass right up on the show. Come on, damn it, North Carolina. Three things happen.
Water and weed, get on this motherfucking mic and I just slaughter the beat. Act like there's eggshells on it when you walk on my street. See the sharks all around you like you lost that deep. Yeah, you soft like my teeth, baby. The 500 count. Catch me with a pity in the city getting blunted out. Throw me like a shimmy when I'm in him, I just gun it out. Used to give a shit, I guess I just be like, fuck it now. Ducking down from buckshots. See him flying through the hood, ricocheting off the bus stops. If you made it through that shit, I give you much props. It ain't no time or patience for you blood clots. Like kind on that beat, got enough knocks. Money day stage open in a jump rock. It's all synchronized, the energy and love slide. And you can call yourself a fool, you think that must stop.
You know what they say, two company but 3 can play. Fuck up the beat, the show, and the stage. Still high beat cause we from the Bay. You know what they say, who's company but 3 can play. Fuck up the beat, the show, and the stage. Still high beat cause we from the Bay. Never will I let them see me, no, I just might let them see me. Put my blackest on the TV, but don't give me that play. Slap my CD, press tape, turn me up, gas brake, babe. Always wanna call me that, but I'm like, nay. The area where I be at, music is the only track where you see me show my ass, and I got cake. Act a father-fucking fool when I'm in the rules. Blending family jewels with the womb, write the real, work the rhyme, take the time to take it there. Clear the air and make you mine. My music, your Valentine. Half the time thinking rhyme, dream I'm bilingual. Both sides that Bay Bridge, no soul, pay my people, my mind. Unconventional in my rhymes. Carving out this place called home behind my eyes. See one too many things that have me close them tight. So I hold my vision high and I price grip that mic. You know what they say, two company but three can play. Fuck up the beat, the show, and the stage. Still high beat cause we from the Bay. You know what they say, two company but three can play. Fuck up the beat, the show, and the stage. Still high beat cause we from the Bay.
It's gonna be.
She gon' make it clap. I'ma show a style. She gon' throw it back. I'ma blow a rag. Lemon pepper wings. We bout to smoke a pad. Drinking the coke and jack on my open tab. I like to see my independent women winning. Get it, baby, spend it. Stay about your business and your benefits. She way up there, getting dizzy spinning. She ready to make that ass drop any minute. Niggas be Superman, Captain Kirk, and the waitress is serving. The strippers is twerking, but Birkins for gaming is working. Literally, niggas be bitter for weeks. Cause all you got from her is some glitter on your cheek. She made a phony plan for a lonely man. So he dropped 40 bands on her OnlyFans. He had dreams of holding hands on the sand. Should've listened to your homie's fan. She on that pole again.
Drop it down low, yeah, my bottle chips. Get your stacks a night, little baby about to quit. Big body, Birkin, red bottoms, big tipper. Yeah, she can spot, she can drop it down low. Yeah, my bottle chips. Get her stacks a night, little baby about to quit. Big body, Birkin, red bottoms, big tipper. Yeah, she can spot it. Thunderstorm when I'm in the building. Bring a few bottles. Yeah, I'm chillin', hit the stage and watch her clap it. Draw them goons, little mama a magnet. Top shelf, she don't do them lanes. She'll break them pockets. It's not a game. Want a mouth off? She dustin' and disgusting. Better play them cards right. I wouldn't trust it. She can drop it down low. Yeah, my bottle chips. Get your stacks a night, little baby about to quit. Big body, Birkin, red bottoms, big tipper. Yeah, she can spot, she can drop it down low. Yeah, my bottle chips. Get her stacks a night, little baby about to quit. Big body, Birkin, red bottoms, big tipper. Yeah, she can spot, yeah.
Yeah, testing 1, 2. I'm the realest nigga alive. 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 Yeah, I'm the realest nigga alive. I'm from Vallejo, California, where it's hard to survive. Some of my niggas didn't make it past age 25. My brother's locked up doing 160 to life. See, Fillion, I'm the realest nigga alive. I got your baby mama giving me some head on live. She said I make her feel comfortable and don't know why. She said she usually don't do this, but I know she's a lie. Still a nasty. I'm the realest nigga alive. I got my GED in prison when I'm doing my time. I used to hustle on the streets every day to survive. Now I got my own business running 3 websites. Yeah, nasty. I'm the realest nigga alive. I like to rap and make beats and smoke weed till I'm high. My fans tell me Thug Nasty, you're a talented guy. I motivate to create, that makes me happy in life. Yeah, I'm the realest nigga alive. 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 No, I'm the realest nigga alive. I'm the realest nigga alive. Oh no, I'm the realest nigga alive. I'm the realest nigga alive. I'm from DC. see, that's where niggas survive. Shit might have slowed down, but still homicides are frequent. So many niggas locked up inside a precinct. Been locked up in jail a couple of times myself. Had to go through some trouble to find myself. I wish I could rewind myself and try and fix shit. Multiple man's therapy is writing sick shit. Write dope by the ounces, pounds and quarters. Superstar status for me is just around the corner. Never do things the cowardly way. I'm multiple man, 24 hours a day. My powerful display that you seen is strong. Wiggly asses is what I like to see in the thong. I'm a nigga that's right when I be in the wrong. Of course I'm real. You see, I was asked to be in the song. I'm the realest nigga alive. No, I'm the realest nigga alive. I'm the realest nigga alive. No, I'm the realest nigga alive. Look it up. Hear these melodies, melodies, melodies. Hearing these melodies, melodies, melodies.
Oh yeah, that's to you. Freestyling. That's freestyling right there.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Mixtape Mayor. Vallejo Rap OG. Spider on the beat. Yeah. About to go in, man. Let's go. The mixtape mayor, spit great player, that's a given. Non-fiction, cause where I'm living, niggas is dodging prison. Jacking for shit, slip to show you how to toolie bang. Take this little pump and rob your whole Gucci gang. Jacking grapes inside my 98. Reputation solidified, cause I been rhyming great. Wanna rattle out this shit? Nigga, name the time and place. Show you how you nickel and dime. You never match up to this rhyming way. Time to move this rhyme like wait. Stamp on a nigga package. Did it with no budget or backing, cause I don't lack shit. Real in the lane is what all of theatrics. Got a blunt and then roll up a fast slip. Number 4-5 robbing this country boys paper though. Tacking out, riding around, bumping Captain Saber hoe. Still want you to save on no. But nowadays niggas be acting like the hoes. Strip out shit be changing up. Don't rap about cheddar but still get paper though. Don't rap about cheddar but still get paper though. Don't rap the gunplay but still keep a banger though. Don't rap the gunplay but still keep a banger though. Prostitutes not society stay lit up. Where I'm from, I ain't gotta make shit up. Gunplay, watch a nigga pop a clip up. Where I'm from, I ain't gotta make shit up. Serial numbers on firearms and on currency. Popping for the dough, he fighting for his life, he is surgery. Bread on my head, a nigga I know will try to murder me. If it's enough, cock back in the shit, but getting weed, just zoning on reasons niggas bleed. Complications with deals going wrong, then trigger squeeze. Street shit like think quick, that miss it if you blink shit. Mastermind shit with niggas I link with. Networking connected with my community. Establishing relationships for unity. Ain't a trending topic right now, but I'm soon to be. Talking like we tough, what you gonna do when it's just you and me. Knowing truthfully, ain't shit that you be doing with me. That's why I don't trip. I just stick to my little chips, spitting my rap shit. Watching niggas fall off cause they ain't the same pedigree. Trying to reach a level most niggas ain't gon' never see. Don't rap about cheddar but still get paper though. Don't rap about cheddar but still get paper though. Don't rap the gunplay but still keep a banger though. Don't rap the gunplay but still keep a banger though. Prostitutes not society stay lit up. Where I'm from, I ain't gotta make shit up. Gunplay, watch a nigga pop a clip up. Where I'm from, I ain't gotta make shit up. Don't rap about cheddar but still get paper though. Don't rap about cheddar but still get paper though. Don't rap the gunplay but still keep a banger though. Don't rap the gunplay but still keep a banger though. Prostitutes not society stay lit up. Where I'm from, I ain't gotta make shit up. Gunplay, watch a nigga pop a clip up. Where I'm from, I ain't gotta make shit up.
Oh, sorry. Mixtape Mayor. Yeah, mix it up.
When I hustle so proud, I often wonder how I keep from going under. Yeah. Respect the hustle, respect the struggle, respect those who get money with their mind and muscle. Respect the struggle, respect the hustle, respect those who get money with their mind and muscle. Thug nasty, respect the hustle, mixtape. You busy? The block is hot with cops, no knocks. I guess I better think twice before I try to retop. Fuck it. I'm throwing in the towel this year because selling weed is a game and it's not a career. Don't hate the player nor the game, hate my hustle. I'm constantly getting money with my mind and muscle. Even though the life I live is the everyday struggle, I'm constantly praying to God to keep me safe as I hustle. I'm tired of hustling, I'm tired of struggling, I'm tired of haters on the block that don't amount to nothing. I'm a grown ass man and I demand respect. I earned stripes, did my time, I demand respect. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery. Today is the present, and that's God's gift to me. And when I hustle sometimes, I often wonder how I keep from going under. Yeah, yesterday is history, tomorrow is the mystery. Today is the present, and that's God's gift to me. And when I hustle sometimes, I often wonder how I keep from going under. Yeah, respect the hustle, respect the struggle, respect those who get money with their mind and muscle. Stealing and killing and dope dealing is where I'm from. For a prostitute all their life and they pipe and they swallow. I understand the situation. Hustling got my people stuck with no education. It's like I'm living in incubation. I'm helpless to survive on my own. My peace of mind is a 4-track and a microphone. I smoke a split the ride and hit and get rich quick. I'm trying to get out the hustle because the hustle's too thick. I don't hustle on my block no more. Niggas hate and it's murder, murder, murder. Kill, kill, kill. Niggas don't fight no more. Nowadays it's murder, murder, murder. Kill, kill, kill. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery. Today is the present, and that's God's gift to me. And when I hustle sometimes, I often wonder how I keep from going under. Yeah, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery. Today is the present, and that's God's gift to me. And when I hustle sometimes, I often wonder how I keep from going under. Yeah. Thug nasty, you bitch, respect the hustle, you bitch. I wake up to another day just to do the same shit. Hustling on my block, selling weed to pay the rent. Is this a bitch? I'm tired of having to live this way. Motherfuckers owe me money and they don't want to pay. I paid rent for the month, but financially it hurt me, so I hit the streets where I get down and dirty. I just need to make one sale so niggas can eat. Those the other hustlers on the block, I got in the beat, so I stuff my bags fat and barely make some money. I'm so tired of selling weed, the shit ain't even funny. I pray I get a job one day, but I say fuck it until then and hustle anyway.
Reminiscing things I used to do, still do. I don't miss them. Cause I'm still tapped into the same dumb shit. Can't really get out. What the fuck am I doing? What the fuck am I talking about? Where?
I remember being fresh in the face, a couple classes cut in school so I could smoke me an eighth and hit the stairway and duck out with my friends and my folks so we can go and see what's up, who gets dumped on the smoke, who gets smarter, who can rap and who can pull up and shit, who can get us a bit of beer because I needs me a sip. Let's take a trip down to the liquor store, it's time to go shit. I kind of couple freaks, they geeky, but they all on the tip. Yeah, and I'm loving them types. They kinda come off shy, but when it's late night, they getting hyped. I want a side bet, I mean it's time to jet. I've done it many times before, trust me, I'm just a vet. No sweat, my man, he goes and peeps the signal. He grabs the keys to the car, he knows it's time to wiggle. You know them jingle of them keys, it's the freedom of the road. Let's get out of here and go get smoked and get ghost, yeah.
It's my life, my life, my life. I'm getting high, it's my right, my right. Yeah, if only you knew what I've been through in this life. I'm reminiscing today. It's my life, my life, my life. I'm getting high, it's my right, my right. Yeah, if only you knew what I've been doing in this life. I'm reminiscing today.
Only 10, I'm hyped up. Strict said we finna blaze. Only 11. I'ma try me some gay. I grew up young, at 12. I was getting laid. I said, this was life about. We was at the theater. My chick, she was 15. First time to get brain. Finally found a way to escape where it was okay. From my vices came my pain. To this day, it's still the same. I'm reminiscing the day. Reminiscing the day. And it all goes too fast, it isn't just a phrase. When you gambling with your life, them dice will get you to change. I'm focused on my mind and my business, I don't listen to lanes. The team will never win unless the vision the same. I seen a bad little dame, I said, hey, I holler back on time, fuck you like the industry, babe. I got the confirmation from that smile on her face. Deja vu, I'm reminiscing them days. Mr. Juice, it's my life, my life, my life. Getting high, it's my right, it's my right. If only you knew what I've been through in this life. Reminiscing days. It's my life, my life, my life. Getting high, it's my right, it's my right. If only you knew what I've been through in this life. Reminiscing days.
Yeah, and we clean moving off. All resting, Mr. Juice. I'll hit you with the sauce to get you lifted. So now that you shifted into your front position and ready to take flight, kick on back and I bid you well and say, have a good night.
This is DJ Rowe, AnnA's Global History Radio. Shout out to Mr. Juice and RX the Rapper back in the days. We'll keep this going. Yeah.
Word. The type of lady I need in my life. My girl and my wife. Mama, you crazy fly. Crazy fly with your cute ass. H. Scott. It's not the race in the first life. That's a point more like your boy. Rather be with the hate than the mind. Give me that for the boy. And if you got my back, then I'll go. I'll be the It's elementary, you were heaven sent to me. We started off slow, but you became mine eventually. It was our destiny, call us soulmates. Since we hooked up, life's been so great. You make your own cake, huh? And so do I. But that ain't the reason why we together. We just fly like Kim and Kanye, Hova and Beyonce. We a power couple, fuck what our bank accounts say. Mamacita, I love how you make your veggie fajitas. Yeah, the real Chiba, she's the bomb. Quick to light the bomb, then watch Cheech and Chong. Let me know when I do wrong, but I stay right though. Don't wanna make her mad, she might go psycho, but that's alright, yo. Tripping on the brothers and the living all for the present. That's why they're trying to get to know me, them same age. You crazy fly, so turn it up. And your trees roll it up and burn a Dutch. And show some love to your favorite on your playlist. You're crazy fly, that's why I made you ages. Main boo, hope you feel the same too. Cause it's you I'll remain true to, yo. And I'm the same like you. That's why I really love you. I got the love. I got the love. Another banger for the picture. Let's go somewhere where I don't care. Let's get on the 95 and feel the fire. Just you and me.
Dedicated to my best friend. Yeah. My lover and my best friend. I love you, best friend. Hey, black milk on the beat. Yeah. She stood about 5'6" with some nice sized tits. Her DSLs make a nigga bust quick. She only gets submissive when I'm giving her the dick. Any other time she buys some plain hard to get. We were friends before lovers. That's some real nigga shit. We both have a past and we recognize this. We don't put a title on our relationship. She lets me do me and I appreciate this. She's my best friend. Sometimes I wish she was my girlfriend. I want her all to myself. Fuck her X-Men. I know better than to let my feelings get in the way of our friendship. That will be a sin. But it's hard because she's beautiful and hella cool. She's really smart, like the same things that I do. Now I'm confused and don't know what to do. I'm getting mad when she tell me she talked to other dudes. We argue on the phone. She hang up in my face. I'm feeling bad cause we ain't talked in a couple of days. I text good morning love. She replied good morning babe. I text back I apologize. She text back it's okay. We back talking again. I'm having better days. I got it bad. Call me a charade. I love my best friend. I love her even when she tell me that she don't want to be more than just friends. Cause even though I want to ask my girlfriend, my heart knows that it's best she be my best friend. I love you, best friend. Black milk on the beat.
Yeah.
My lover and my best friend.
It's showtime, baby.
All my niggas all real niggas. 707 young Phil nigga. Used to rock a feeler with my heel figure. Then I got the Chevy, let it peel nigga. Trail nigga, I just want a black card. I just hit the backyard, running from the cop cars. Yeah, I did that mean. My niggas served the fiends, got berries and cream, no black star. Woke up feeling like a track star. Pull up in the hood, gripping wood, no hacksaw. No gang, that's Capcom. All ism, it ain't even got an app for. Yeah, said I represent the flats, boy. Trap jumping, you can't even hit the backboard. Oh my God, Graham don't know how to act, boy. I guess I'm stunting, I should probably make them ask for it. Too much weed. I smoke too much weed. I'm on too much shit. I'm on too much shit. Just let me do my thing. Just let me do my thing. I smoke too much weed. I smoke too much weed. I'm on too much shit. I'm on too much shit. Just let me do my thing. Just let me do my thing. Been about business since 88. Why you fake pimping? Get your paper straight. Early morning shift trying to make a play. Shit, I was broke for a minute, had to make a play. Blowing on cookie, urban, swerving all black in the back of that Suburban. Whole team work, team, I don't do the bourbon. Somebody said these niggas that it's curtains. Maybe am I worth it? Yes. If it's money online, I deserve a check. Keep the money online with some perfect net. A1, I just get up in a person jet. No flex on that go for Dobby Peace. What was me? OMG, like I hit the lottery. Please don't bother me. I just wanna roll up, hold up. Couple double cups, somebody pull up. Oh. I smoke too much weed. I smoke too much weed. I'm on too much shit. I'm on too much shit. Just let me do my thing. Just let me do my thing. Too much weed. I smoke too much weed. I'm on too much shit. I'm on too much shit. Just let me do my thing. Just let me do my thing.
Yeah. So this your boy DJ Rowe. Shout out to Billy Graham too much. Yeah. What?
I want you to stay home. I told my nigga the vibe ain't right, the slide ain't right. We gotta move a little different. I told my nigga the vibe ain't right, the slide ain't right. You a king, my nigga, you gotta move a little different. You gotta move a little different. You a king, my nigga, you gotta move a little different. You gotta move a little different. I'm a queen, my nigga, you gotta move a little different. Yeah, I gotta move a little different. I'm a queen, my nigga, I gotta move a little different. Yeah, hey, stay home. I told my nigga the vibe ain't right, the slide ain't right. Nah, we gotta move a little different. We gotta move a little different. Yeah. I told my nigga the vibe ain't right, the slide ain't right. Here we go. Bella. Yo. So my nigga the vibe ain't right, the side ain't right. God put it on pause, maybe I ride it right. Pussy wet, pussy clean, just massage me right. Keep the Hennessy pouring like the Bible, right? Hey, I'm like the queen of the South, duck the penitentiary, put this pussy in your mouth. No pretendo, bring a Nintendo. We could duck hunt, you could blow your endo. I can have the contact. We could talk sex, money, and contracts, nigga, rhyme that. I don't want you to leave and don't aspire that. Hey, I ain't trying to write you in the pen, nigga, admire that. What you say, homie? I told my nigga the vibe ain't right, the slide ain't right. We gotta move a little different. I told my nigga the vibe ain't right, the slide ain't right. You a king, my nigga, you gotta move a little different. You a king, my nigga, you gotta move a little different. We gotta move a little different. I'm a queen, my nigga, you gotta move a little different. I gotta move a little different. I'm a queen, my nigga, I gotta move a little different. Yeah, hey, stay on. I told my nigga the vibe ain't right, the side ain't right. Nah, we gotta move a little different. We gotta move a little different.
Yeah. I don't get it. You know, it's like real. They want me to rock the nice chain on, the Rolex diamond watch. I don't even rock with the physical like that. I'm trying to tap people back into their souls, you know what I'm saying? It's real. Look, I don't mess with the physical, but if I get to shining, nah, I ain't deviating, I'm still on a mission, bro. Trying to wake the blind, don't see which way to go. Hey, I don't mess with the physical, I'm just tapping into the soul. Living life on the go. Rabbit hole, it get deep, I'm going as deep as it go. You a fish in the bowl, I'm breaking the code. No Da Vinci, it's Fibonacci. Hit him with this knowledge, hit him like I'm rock. Gotta keep it humble, no need to get cocky. High frequency, I don't think you can tap it. So I'm here to let you know, you got in the flesh, that's for sure. Hold on to your mind, never ever let it go. I'm just trying to build, trying to get it off the flow. Waking people up, time to get in God mode, it's for real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. Keep it real. Yeah, keep it real. Yeah, it's real. Keep it 100. Keep it real. Keep it real. Keep it real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. I keep it real. I got it. Keep it.
Yeah. Out here flexing like you woke. See straight through you. I don't need no telescope. I don't need your constitution. I don't need your white hope. I don't need your good deeds. Taking hits round for round like I'm Creed. Why you plotting on my essence? Yeah. Steady counting on my blessings. Yeah. This ain't equal competition. If you can't keep it real, it's your character and vision. Only follow intuition, state facts. Never like saying shit I gotta take back. Got the kind of vibe that you can't hijack. Me and my crew set. I put that on my zodiac. Yeah. And I keep it wavy. Stay rooted deep so you really can't shade me. Keep my aura clean so your energy don't phase me. Too elevated so my soul can be grave deep.
Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. Keep it real. Yeah, keep it real. Yeah, it's real. Keep it 100. Keep it 100. Keep it real. Got it. It's real. Yeah, it's real. I keep it real. I got it. I keep it real.
Yo, sexual, sapio, 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 sexual.
Intertwined minds, we are of the same universe, first and foremost, holding the what's close, or maybe what's dear. It tastes like venison, giving props when it's still worth mentioning. Added the hover wireless before wireless, never going tireless with how this virus, hoping it's eternal, flame that won't burn you. What's love got to do if it ain't never hurt you? Meant to stimulate beyond the physical level. You were rose quartz with a meaning that's special. The selenite to set my mind right. Picking your brain to see how your mind like. Walk without the caffeine, coffee without stevia and cream. Big time go slow without the lean, like Stanley. Ain't ready to be without you. Knowing I had to write the song about you.
I'm attracted to the things you say. It makes perfect sense now to me. Can't forget the look on brains and wit. Check your synapse, sit so you relax. Where you been at? Must have been at VNAX. So we born on a different type of level. Feeling like I made a deal with the devil. Yo, I'm glad that I got you alone. See, it's bad to the bone when we text on the phone. Now I'm feeling the tone of the voice you have shown. Now we stuck together like the sword and the stone. Well, it's marvelous, bit of anonymous. I'm the dawn of immaculate, but an average. Had to wind the pitch, banana split the mix while I call you miss. Misses, words too vicious. The guesses, mine's too vivid. My debit runs your credit. Let's save it. Time's too precious. I'm attracted to the things you say. It makes perfect sense now to make it. Forget the look on your face. Intelligence, brains, and
my intention, more than affection, more than releasing some of all of my tensions. Your aura shines past the girl, drawing a map to find where you're at, girl. More than ASL, we going back like AOL, but in real time, on the line, we can be connects, put you on the Rolodex. Ain't too good to be true, no need to second guess. Don't need to flex just to test my strength. All that I need, forget the rest. Beautiful soul that I admire like so. Minds alike that we both mindful. Don't need to say a mouthful or be doubtful. On the same wavelength, downful. We can just vibe with or without getting high. So into you, no lie.
Trippy, aka sapiosexual.
Está tontita de mí, ya no puede dirigir, ya no le va a importar, ya no se puede animar. ¿Cómo se va a desquitar? Se va a desquitar a huevo. Sube el volumen, enciende el fuego. Grita las nubes, se va en el viento. Llora en el río que ya está seco. La noche nadie lo espera, se lo come a uno entero. Por eso se desespera, no espera. He estado juntita contigo a tu lado. Ya no puedo dormir, yo pensando en ti, tú pensando en él. Y estorba que ya no le puedo los llantos. Este río se secó, ya no tiene calor, ya se me emborrachó. He estado juntita contigo a tu lado. Ya no puedo dormir, yo pensando en ti, tú pensando en él. Y estorba que ya no le puedo los llantos. Este río se secó, ya no tiene calor, ya se me emborrachó, borracho. Es una hora de amor que no tú tienes calor. Si nos mojamos que no sería mejor, que no sería mejor. Pinta hacia mí, yo sobre ti, sobre cada paso sigo junto a ti. Cada paso sigo junto al fin, cada pasito juntita de mí. Es el amor lo que sé, arte la llama quemando la mente, fumando hierba, alegría en la frente, goza mi cuerpo, goza lentamente. Con el condón recio lento, arte en la espalda ya me pinta blanco, calentito ya me bautizo. Ya no puedo más, sol, cuánto se acabó. He estado juntita contigo a tu lado, ya no puedo dormir, yo pensando en ti, tú pensando en ella. Y estorba que ya no le puedo los llantos. Este río se secó, ya no tiene calor, ya se me emborrachó, borracho. He estado juntita contigo a tu lado. Ya no puedo dormir, yo pensando en ti, tú pensando en él. Y estorba que ya no le puedo los llantos. Este río se secó, ya no tiene calor, ya se me emborrachó. Estos sentimientos ya no puedo explicar. Estos sentimientos que me van a destrozar. Tú bailas conmigo y yo sueño un altar. Tú bailas conmigo pero bailas sin pensar en otro. Ya no me opongo, felices los tres. Yo te propongo verte en el hotel, conocernos más bien. Ya tú sabes, tengo gusto a miel. He estado juntita contigo a tu lado.
Shout out to my boy Blaine and Scotty. What's up, Outgrounds crew? This is your boy DJ Rowe. I don't know what happened to Anna, but Rowe gonna keep it going. This is Anna's Global History Radio. Let's roll.
Your partners play popcorn or games with cold-hearted bitches and former flames. I burn more than Jane, a mile high without boarding planes. The F for my brain. My body likes a hottie with outrageous rates for in-flight films and it navigates. Hey. So when the gauges break, we're in the cockpit flying. No baggage claim, and I'm gone. Bomb, but the fuse ain't long. Only time you bought us when the toupee's gone. I hollered at your mom when the souffle's on. Cause her man likes to eat sweet pussy raw. Raw, said guy, roll a raw. Corporate with the saw, that'll probably smoke them all. From a corner at a bomb where the crime. We're grassing any lawn till we cough, and I'll be this way till we die. Sweet and taste of peach pie. Be the breaks and then rock. Just to live each day of these lives like a motherfucker. Be this way till we die. Swisher sweet on each flight. Cash up front and both sides. While the beat replays in my mind. Knock knocks a rock, 40 on a rock, 20 in a stone. Called as Bobby Frost while 40's playing low. And I'm mixing in the box with this UA pre and Apollo lifting off. Rocking power pulses while the astronauts are not. Riding in the rover cause this devil dog is hot. I'm mixing hella butter and trimmings from the pot. And eating hella treats till these crispy girls pop like snap. Crack in my city's whack. Onomatopoeia clap and these rappers splat. Rome's in the past like that Cadillac. While I'm grinding hella tree with LG in the bag. Stuck and dry. Women bump and grind. We're pissing on these bitches who ain't being genuine. And I've been this way all my life. Lit as lights and it's bright. That's why I'm saying be this way till we die. Sweet and taste of peach pie. Beat the brakes and then rock. Just to live each day of these lives like a motherfucker. Be this way till we die. Swisher sweet on each flight. Cash up front and both sides. While the beat replays in my mind. Sweet and taste of peach pie.
Sweet and taste of peach pie. They be like, good, the vibe, how'd you create that? Man, you taking them way back to when lyrics meant something. I was ripping that 8-track every single day, bumping this to happen overnight for you limbs of the lane jumping. Being stuck in my ways, being pumping the haze, the peach pie looking right, then I've been working for days. And all you suckers for gazing, why be slide through and get that pussy fillet. As a matter of fact, coincidentally, she hit me with the SMS message that she's into me. The player on the enemy, wanna give her this energy and lay that body down and treat her like she my enemy. When I do it, there's something like there is 10 of me. Put me on the top, cause you know that's where I'm finna be. Make them listen like a ministry, doing what I want, never put it past me, I'm talking anything.
And I'll be this way till we die. Sweet and taste of peach pie. Be the brakes and then rock. Just to live each day of these lives like a motherfucker. Be this way till we die. Swisher sweet on each flight. Cash up front and both sides. While the beat replays in my mind.
Split them Dutches. Hey. Yeah. Fuck club, we still turn up. Couple baby mamas in the building, give a fuck. Fuck bottles, time to pour up. You already lost. Check the score, bro. Fuck club, still turn up. Couple baby mamas in the building, give a fuck. Fuck bottles, time to pour up. You already lost. Check the score, bro.
Fuck the club, dog. I rather count 100,000. Mike Jones, they ain't like me then, but they like me now. I've been turning up too much, had to calm it down. Me and Gutter twinned up, knock him out of bounds. Get a party don't start till I walk in. And I got them Glocks in, nigga ain't no boxing. We done got our bread up, ain't no stopping. Hold on, what the price is? Oh, yo, we copping.
Hey, fuck going to the club, I'd rather cut a onion. Niggas doing too much, you won't do nothing. Pole on me right now, I'm in the booth clutching. Draco got a rope on it, we gon' club him. I'm through struggling, I can't do it no more. Days when I ain't made shit, it still had to pass the so every member blick it up now, ain't gotta pass the stage. That weekly pain shit, I'm trying to pass along.
Fuck, still turn up. Couple baby mamas in the building, give a fuck. Fuck bottles, time to pour up. You already lost. Check the score, bro. Fuck club, still turn up. Couple baby mamas in the building, give a fuck. Fuck bottles, time to pour up. You already lost. Check the score, bro.
Fuck the club, we still turn up. Burn the dub.
When I roll up, moving fast, on a Cobra. Getting to this money, check the score, bruh. Man, I'm stacking all this benches in the Shark Tank. Get it popping in my section, yeah, we start that. Got cookies in my dust, yeah, we spark that. Get it lit in my block, yeah, yeah, Costor it, pour them shots. Keep it in the air, that's why we on top. DJ, turn them hits. A bunch back, walked in, man, they thick. Whole squad here, everybody hold tight. Any issue, we leaving here smoke. Both from the east, but not from Oakland. You leaving with me? Yes, I'm post. No coasting. This 100. Talking 27? Yeah, I run it. No front shit. I'm the owner. She all in my face. I probably boned you.
We gon' blow trays. We gon' blow trays.
This is a DJ Yipster exclusive.
Forget the wine, little daddy. We gon' blow trays. Yes, we gon' blow trays. Forget the wine, little daddy. We gon' blow trays. We gon' blow trays. Put a fire to the blunt like left I did. The zoo cookies, yeah, we blowing the bed. Medicinal marijuana use, bro, I'm just saying. Bring the wine, little daddy, yeah, sparkle rosé. Get diamonds, doing a cha-cha. Executing, getting this guapa, mañana. Like George Lopez, watch out. Poppy un momento, pussy fresh like a box of missiles. Haha, I'm planning trips to Bahamas. Your t-shirt, my panties, nigga, no drama. Celebrating all the money moves we be making. It's good we count money instead of cupcaking. Forget the wine, little daddy. We gon' blow trees. Yes, we gon' blow trees. Forget the wine, little daddy. We gon' blow trees. We gon' blow trees.
Sonic is a product, agriculture, not animals. Backwood pre-rolls, pounds, not kilos. Bands, not C-notes. Blew it in the crib set. Harlem of the West, MOE, not the dip set. Weed in my piss chest, PO is a patient. Prom, not a grown house. Bands like a spaceship. Blowing since Vegas, just good old day. When the sack was done, $50 an 8. Ease my back pains, relieve my anxiety. Make my racks game, fuck some sobriety. Put it in the air, yeah, nigga.
Forget the wine, little daddy. We gon' blow trees. Yes, we gon' blow trees. Forget the wine, little daddy. We gon' blow trees. We gon' blow trees. Forget the wine, little daddy. We gon' blow trees. Yes, we gon' blow trees. Forget the wine, little daddy. We gon' blow trees. We gon' blow trees.
She a baddie, she a baddie. She a motherfucking baddie. Bad bitch, but her mind's in the clouds. Think about it, boy, you're on her own. I'ma help a homegirl, sick of pain. I said, cameras on. Pussy all night, been fucking all night. All night, I said, babe, fucking like we on fire. Head in my drawers, so you get that floor right. Yeah.
Stay out with the rest of the crowd, and you ain't the one who dressed looking loud. Attention to detail in the right places. They say that she bad, but trust me, she gracious. Between too doubtful and too headstrong, she in the middle, and for me, there's a turn on. Flip the switch, now she see through my soul. See independent vulnerability I hold. Never overstep out of respect. Women in my life raise me better than that. Ain't nobody perfect, but you're bringing out the best. At the compliments I haven't told you yet. What we have, weathered through any storm. It's a cold world, but your love keeps you warm. Unconditional, even when it's complicated. Can't fathom any proper replacement.
Baby, I can't help it. Seeing you sit there alone. Really has to know that a pretty young girl is on her own. And I can't wait to see that pretty smile on your face. Oh, oh, baby girl, I'll be there. Oh, señorita, what's going on, señorita? I'ma take you home, señorita. Make you my own, señorita. Oh, señorita, what's going on, señorita? I'ma take you home, señorita. Make you my own, señorita.
I ain't one to fake the funk, so 100% is what I give you. I've been noticed how you really bad, but stay single. Keep to yourself, classy as hell. Yeah, you get it on your own, but we can link up and kill it. Make it you and me, real love and some sinning. Keep you smiling, cause that's one of your most beautiful features. And I just wanna be there to see it. That's just me being sincere, no gimmicks. I can take care of your heart, fuck around and find out. Señorita, let me happen to you, let me love you down. Make it hot between the sheets, really raw. I'm talking yoinks, but your cuerpo can get it. It would be my honor for sure. So throw all them negative thoughts out your head. Put some pep in your step and walk them long legs my way. I'll do you right, so you and me, piénsalo. I'm just saying.
Baby, I can't help it. See you sit there alone. Really doesn't know that a pretty young girl is on her own. And I can't wait to see that pretty smile on your face. Oh, baby girl, I'll be there always. Señorita, what's going on, señorita? I'ma take you home, señorita. Make you my own, señorita. Oh, señorita, what's going on, señorita? I'ma take you home, señorita. Make you my own, señorita.
Passion, passion, got me feeling like this won't be the last hit. That's it, that's it. Ain't you saying this so I can be smashing? Well, put together attitude and fashion. So I'm interested to find out what's your passion. Why you bitter and you can't eat that Alaskan salmon? It's like a fishy, I'm just asking. If you tell me the port of flor de caña, o sabes que es mi maña. No me importa si es tu haña. They won't be seeing her hasta mañana. If she's ready to give her heart as una nada, te chill como una maca. But her mother ain't raised no sucker. Won't fall to move, eat it, bye.
Come on, let loose and just ride with me, my baby. Your best man ain't shit, my face down your legs, I taste that. You're out your mind, you're in love, you give me brim. Tequila and hot sex is the therapy we craving. Baby, I can't help it. See you sit there alone. Really doesn't know that a pretty young girl is on her own. And I can't wait to see that pretty smile on your face. Oh, baby girl, I'll be there always. Señorita, what's going on, señorita? I'ma take you home, señorita. Make you my own, señorita. Oh, señorita, what's going on, señorita? I'ma take you home, señorita. Make you my own, señorita.
Ooh, aka Señorita, featuring John Ibarra. That was dope.
See, the thing is, you just can't think about it. You just gotta let go and trust in yourself. Cause you good. Here we go now, 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 so let's go. All you gotta do is jump, don't be scared, just jump. Ready, set, jump, jump, yeah, jump. All you gotta do is jump, yeah, take a leap and trust that you'll land on your feet. All you gotta do is jump, tell them snakes goodbye. I'ma teach you how to fly, all you gotta do is jump. Skydiving in a hurricane, left my parachute like I never heard of pain. Hit my bullseye with perfect aim, now I'm killing them softly like when Roberta sang. Yeah, you could do the same. You can choose the fame, but don't confuse the game. You can paint a picture, then you can choose the frame. You can leave your mark, can they remove the stain? Don't worry about them other guys, otherwise you'll scare away the butterflies. Yeah, the only thing on your mind should be the look in your mother's eyes if your brother dies. Yeah, so throw caution to the wind. If you can't, then you're your own obstacle again. If you don't hold your breath, is it possible to swim? It's all psychological, my friend. All you gotta do is jump. Don't be scared, just jump. Ready, set, jump. Yeah, jump. All you gotta do is jump, yeah, take a leap and trust that you'll land on your feet. All you gotta do is jump, tell them snakes goodbye. I'm gone, I'ma teach you how to fly. All you gotta do is jump. Come on, take a chance. It's not that scary. Come on, take a glance. The ones stuck on the ground can't advance. The ones flying around you, they enhance. Yeah, you gotta spread those wings. Hold on too tight or you gon' shred those dreams. People have crash landed, I've read those things. Fears run your life, let's behead those kings. Yeah, it's simple, just mimic a damn plane. And let the music be your guide, not your damn brain. What a damn shame, cats that can't hang. Don't understand and end up crashing in the fast lane. In that lane, we were born to fly. And if we don't, then we're sworn to die. So just let go, baby, and then close your eyes so we can transform the sky. All you gotta do is jump. Don't be scared, just jump. Ready, set, jump. Yeah, jump. All you gotta do is jump. Yeah, take a leap and trust that you'll land on your feet. All you gotta do is jump. Tell them snakes goodbye. I'ma teach you how to fly. All you gotta do is jump.
Here we go now. 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 So let's go. All you gotta do is jump. Don't be scared, just jump. Ready, set, jump, jump. Yeah, jump, jump. All you gotta do is jump. Yeah, take a leap and trust that you'll land on your feet. All you gotta do is jump. Tell them snakes goodbye. I'ma teach you how to fly. All you gotta do is jump. Don't be scared, just jump. Ready, set, jump, jump. Yeah, jump, jump. All you gotta do is jump. Yeah, take a leap and trust that you'll land on your feet. All you gotta do is jump. Tell them snakes goodbye. I'ma teach you how to fly. All you gotta do is jump. Jump.
Blaine Bleezy. This is Anna's Global History Radio. How you doing, dude? Can you hear me? I see you here, but I don't know if you're all the way on yet. Oh, shoot. Blaine's still trying to get on, y'all. We're going to put on one more song and give him a minute to come on. Oh, you here? What's up, dude?
What up, motherfucker? I use ExpressVPN on all my devices. What's going on? Make it much more difficult for
What's up, dude?
My data.
Oh shit! There we go. I said I tried to.
Man, what is that ugly? What's that trash in the back behind you, dude?
Man, you don't know what
you on my phone or computer. That's all it takes to keep people out of my business. So if you don't like,
oh shit! I don't know why my light ain't working. Hold on.
Personal data for profit. I'm trying to fight back. ExpressVPN.com/Theo.
Man, you already know what it is.
Oh my god, dude. Woo!
You already know what it is.
Blaine, you crazy for this one, dude. You need to.
You already know what it is.
We need to bring the whole crew and get rid of that. We need to find a way to get that off your wall, man.
Shit. We need to find a copy for y'all.
They have a water shortage over there.
That's what we need to do. We need to find a copy for y'all.
Water,
what you up to, my man? What you doing right now?
Water,
shit, I was fucking falling in and out. I fell asleep for a little bit, and then I woke up.
Solano do that to you.
And then I woke up, and then I saw the link, and I was like, "Oh shit, I better pop in there and see what's up."
So what did you think of the music so far?
Hey, buddy.
Oh, I liked it, man. That shit was tight.
It was pretty good.
Yeah, I like that hip hop shit.
Yeah. I heard you have an album, dude.
Yeah, there's a
not an album. I'll see if I can find a couple of things on YouTube real quick, and I'll send you the link. Hold on.
Oh shoot!
It was from way back in the day, dude.
Just nature.
Hold on, let me see if I can remember. My little brother used to have a. Oh, there we go.
What is it, like a big? How do I?
Oh shit!
It's like where nature raises their hand, kind of mountains. They have huge mountains.
There's one that's like a little freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, where did you send it to me? Did you send it to me?
And that mountain.
You sent it to me by phone.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can
get it over there to Mount Zion Park.
How can I send it? Can I send it through Zoom? Can you?
I think there's a way you can do it. I never tried it from your guys' way, but I think there's a way you can put it on the chat. Put it on the chat.
You gotta ask for help.
Hold up.
If you need water, people don't have it. People just don't. I mean, I would find myself licking my hands and then licking my eyes so I could still blink. Like, you get dehydrated there pretty easily. So they have like water shares, it's called, in the area, where if you move, you can't build a new home there unless you have water shares.
This one.
And
this one is me and my friend Opie.
In the morning, they go. They go in different parts of.
It's like an actual track.
To turn these different valves,
and then it's only one verse from each of us.
So it's pretty. Like, we went for a ride and we turned the valve and went to another part and another one, and then went to another place.
Oh, my bad.
You ready? I'm
And
about
at
to put
that
it on
time,
right now.
they'll
You ready?
unleash
go
your
ahead.
water.
All right.
And then you get back home, and the water is just coming
Hey,
down.
turn
the
down
chute
your
of this
TV.
little,
I can hear your TV in the background.
like cement ravine.
Okay.
And you're getting like your allotment
Turn
of
it
water.
down.
All right, go
There
for
you
it.
go. All right, this your people. World Tour, OP and BLA remix.
Yeah, it's Bila.
All right, here we go. Let's do it. Let's see what we about.
You thought you knew. OTZ and the crew, Bila, JV, and the whole team.
Yeah, my buddy Opie, he was pretty good.
Hold down.
He's like a lawyer now.
I'm trying to live my life, but it's robot cream. Just another byproduct of the American dream. Except exceptionally is the way I like to live it. Rolling dank and Biggie Blunt, you know the sky's the limit. Never chasing tail, nah, too much time wasted stressing. Busy stacking paper, not buying, the recession is over. Giving gorgeous bitches the cold shoulder. Blowing every day like an undergrad at Boulder, cause everything is better high. Leaving cloud of OGs, trailing behind. Too busy moving stacks, so my ladies gotta roll. Swishers wrapped in J's, take them straight to the dome. Got your girl on my lap, looking fun like Pocahontas. She want the rain dance, I might do it, bro, I'm honest. Dudes be hating, and bitches be jealous. Cause we crackin' whips and they on the cars bus. Dudes be hating, and bitches be jealous. Cause we crackin' whips and they on the cars bus.
Been around the country, Cali to NY, and somewhere in the middle, man, you know how we fly. Straight jets, we do it how we smoking. And if you asking what you doing, you don't need to know, man. Stay in the county of the kings, so put your dub up if you know what I mean. Stay puffin' on the bubble gum and OG. I got some white widow that'll make it think it's snowing. I hate when people think they be knowing, but they really don't though. They don't recognize my voice and all of a sudden it's a dope flow. So you can call me Marilyn Manson, cause you at the dope show.
Hey, Blaine.
What up?
But you got to tell me this, man. How long have you been rapping for, man? I didn't know you had it down like this, where you had an actual YouTube and everything.
Oh, I don't have a YouTube. That was my little brother's YouTube. One of my best friends, he passed away maybe like I don't know, maybe like it's been like maybe 10 years now. His dad used to have a studio in the house because him and his friends recorded like African music, because he was a black dude and his dad fucking recorded like African music with like drums and like all these instruments like from Africa, I guess. And we would use the studio to rap and shit. And like we would just fuck around, you know what I mean? Like we weren't really like doing it like that, but we would come up with something every once in a while, and then that was like one of them. And then I sent you the other link. It was just like a little freestyle, like on a webcam. I think I was at my mom's house drinking
nice.
drinking Cisco or something, or Mad Dog.
Okay, that's cool, man. Because I didn't know you got down like that.
Yeah, dude. I used to, anyways.
Look at this dude. Look at Blaine, dude, trying to keep everything silent, dude. Hey, so we got Anna in the building. I don't know what happened. I sent her the link, but I guess.
Dude, you sent it to Blaine. I think you got.
No, I sent it to Blaine later. I talked to him because I was like waiting on you, and I'm like, she ain't saying nothing, and nothing's going on. And I sent the link, so I don't know what happened, but we on now. This is my boy Blaine from work.
Hey,
so
how you doing? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Anna. I hear a lot about your guys' podcast. Seems very interesting.
We hope so. I think it is. Yeah, I'm tripping low. No, I was on my friend Jamila's podcast earlier, and I was like looking. So I was like looking at my
Yeah.
phone.
Hey, Anna, don't ever hesitate to call me and say, "Hey, Roselle, what's going on?"
Okay.
Because sometimes I may send it, and I don't know what happened. Maybe it didn't. Facebook didn't register it or something. But I was like, I see it on the thing, but
Weird.
I don't know.
Okay. Shit. Bummer. Well.
But I kept it going. We kept it going. I had my boy Blaine on here. We
Oh,
just
I'm
kept it going the
glad.
whole time. So
Yeah. Yeah. Shit. I know. I should have called, but I mean,
you know,
yeah,
you got
I
a
was just like,
haircut,
oh, I
dude.
guess
What's the spawn of the haircut? I noticed that.
Oh, the what?
You got a haircut.
I know. Thank you. You like it?
Yeah, it's a cool haircut. What made you do it? What was the change? What happened?
I don't want to keep I don't want to keep coloring it, and your hair grow, and so it'll grow. So that's easier if your hair is shorter.
Totally understand.
Yeah. So what were you guys talking about?
Well, my boy Blaine has made a couple of albums. He did a couple of features with a few rappers. Nice. So we were just kind of talking about what he did, how long he's been doing it, and stuff like that. So
cool. So what? How long have you been doing it, Blaine?
Oh, I haven't.
Yeah, never mind.
I haven't in like 12 years or something like that.
Okay.
But yeah, I was telling Roselle, one of my best friends, he passed away about 10 years ago, about 10 years ago. And so I haven't really done it since then. Because his dad used to make like traditional African music with traditional African music instruments. Yeah. So we would just use his his area, his little studio that he had in the spare bedroom of their home. And yeah, it was cool. It was cool. Back in the day.
I know, huh? Yeah. I mean, it's funny when you can, when you can look back and see that your lives has covered like eras when you live long enough.
Oh,
but yeah, it's yeah. I was reading this book called American Baby. One of the things we talk about here, just one of the interests is baby scoops or disappearances, separations, the politics of adoption. So this one is really well written about taking one people's story to really look at a social phenomenon. So one of the things that people would do with adopted babies had no one while they were like in this intermittent stage. I was reading about doctors that would do experiments, would test their crying by flipping rubber bands on their feet. It's horrible.
Really? That's crazy.
I know, huh? Yeah. But it's
how times have changed.
Yeah. Well, adoption really, I don't know. I think we'll kind of remember the 20th century will be remembered it is the adoption century in a way, and certainly extending into the 21st, but in the United States, and what she's and the racial experience of adoption is different. It is really different, which the author was explaining. She was pretty much, and the homes and all of that were utilized by white people, and the family that she was following was Jewish, so it was about a Jewish adoption agency and how they did things. So
oh yeah, I'm sure just being in the past is one thing, but being Jewish is, I'm doing things a totally different way, because just to this day, just, what I mean, how different places do things differently, you know what I mean? So that's kind of
Definitely.
interesting. Yeah, that's kind of interesting how you can look into stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. Because I mean, the whole thing is just so contradictory because the wound or whatever adoption is that there's this idea that a woman can carry a kid, can be pregnant and then not immediately, and that you can just break that attachment and infants feel things. And so that was the way it was for years. They wouldn't even let mothers hold their babies. There was this idea that babies were kind of blank slates, and that if you didn't, that genetics, biology, all that stuff didn't matter. But if you're running a Jewish adoption agency, you are clearly saying that babies are not a blank slate because it's for Jewish people that want Jewish babies.
Yeah.
So, I mean, major contradictions right there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So that's one of the things going. We haven't had a show in a couple weeks. So, yeah. Biden released a budget. The Supreme Court struck down affirmative action. Lots of talks about that. Yeah. Biden's at NATO. It was funny. He went to there's this issue in England about people thinking that Biden is snubbing the king because he didn't go to the king's coronation. Other stuff to do. He sent his wife. And so the British papers they were like, okay, well, he met with the prime minister. And it's like, okay, well, he had tea with the king, but there's still a question about, and it goes back to Biden being of Irish descent.
Oh, shit.
Exactly. Like what? You think the president of the United States is supposed to take time off to go to a coronation?
Exactly.
Yeah. So does anybody have any thoughts about affirmative action being struck down?
Ooh, yeah, it's kind of trippy, man. I'm shocked, but not shocked.
Yeah. People have been. I mean, people. It's the same with Roe v. Wade. All this. It's like stuff that's been hanging over our heads for years and years and years. So yeah, finally it happened. They've been saying it's going to happen. So,
and just for our viewers, and I know everybody knows what it is, can you explain to them what affirmative action is?
Great question. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's been, it's wild as it's being called different things over the years. Now we talk about diversity. That didn't used to be a word. Well, one of the ways it's described, is racial balance for one thing, trying to have classrooms and colleges and all of that replicate the United States, and trying to include people from marginalized communities because there's just so much, because of historical inequities and all this stuff that a lot of people don't like to admit happens. But I mean, it's one of those things where you have to look at the big picture. And there's always going to be some of us whose personal lives don't fit. It does not apply to us. Like, okay, you got to look at the bigger picture with some of us. The thing I thought was, my first thought in a way was, I felt like, I don't think affirmative action has worked very well, even though, we are still a divisive society, and there's still underrepresentation in academic, I mean, I don't know. That's not.
I thought I read something about being like something about the education or something.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing that you're talking about?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And I realized, however, like I was like one of the ways it worked, and it means the unfortunate, I mean, what sucks is that a lot of detractors will say it means that unqualified people are admitted. And that is not what it means. It's never meant that. It means that what the Supreme Court states is that race cannot be used as a criteria, whereas how it worked was you would be looking at somebody's race, somebody wouldn't be admitted because of that. It was simply if somebody had the grades or whatever, the qualifications to be admitted to something, that was another factor that they look at. Pretty much every Black person I've ever met who has gone to college or has in graduate school and all that has experienced people telling them, white students telling them that they're only there because of affirmative action. So, oh yeah. And it's something that, in careers, and I mean, it's just a form of, a form of racism. So that's one of the problems with it. I mean, no, I don't mean a problem with the concept, but a problem with how it's played out. But then I was listening to a journalist, Joy Reid, talking about it, and she said if it weren't for affirmative action, she wouldn't have gone to Harvard. And she said that, she had the grade, she was qualified, but, she lived in a small town or whatever. There weren't people in her community or at her school helping her go through the processes of applying for college. And she said that there was outreach from Harvard, recruiters or whatever you call them, came to her city and recruited her, basically. So she was qualified and capable and all of that, but there were other reasons preventing her from getting to Harvard. So it's good to see how this plays out for people. Then the fucking New York Times ran an article by a Black guy who said that he was hired for a job that he wasn't qualified for because he was Black. And I was like, oh shit, dude. Somebody must, I mean, that is like, okay, yeah, that happened to maybe that, okay, yeah, I guess that happened to you, but that is just 100% not the case. And it is one more piece of racism that happens in the professional world of people being accused of having their job because they're not white or having their job because they're a woman. Stuff like
Yeah.
So, yeah, they were
so did they rule that, so because it was that if you were just depending on where you lived, you got into school cheaper or more expensive, right? That's what they were saying. So are they going against that? So everybody's supposed to pay all the same price now? Is that what they're saying? Is that
no, it doesn't, it's not even, it's saying that race cannot be used as a criteria of admission. So like, say if they are looking at part of it too is like, admission to Harvard doesn't really have much but So like if they're looking at lists at qualifications and things that young people have done when they're looking at college admissions and their scores and all that crap, they will also look at the person's race. And now they're not allowed to.
Damn, they really were? That's weird.
Pardon?
I said, that's crazy that they really were. Like, you know, like looking at determining on if they could come, what, just because it was just for optics, or?
Well, both, I guess. And writing historical iniquities. And then unfortunately, again, you're gonna, when you're talking about big social things like this, there's always gonna be people that don't fit the pattern. So opponents of affirmative action love to talk about like, okay, well, if there's a white person from a poor family, is this Black person whose parents, grandparents, and great-grandparents went to college, is that person gonna have precedence over the white person? That's what opponents of affirmative action are going to say. And nobody really, I don't think anybody disagree. Nobody's gonna say like, oh, who cares about this poor kid? And people are going to acknowledge the price of college as an effect. So I realized after I listened to Joy Reid that I did that when I was running a poetry reading that a couple eras ago in a different life, and it would be an open mic and featured readers. And when I when I started doing it, I just determined to myself that my lineup would never be all white people. And I didn't say that to anybody, man, because I was like, I wasn't trying to look good or anything. This was 2000s. And so that time it meant what I needed to do was go to a lot of different events, do a lot more reading and research in order to find writers, in order to find out about writers that I could invite to come present their work. And it wasn't, they were all, because people are just really divided. And then unfortunately I was having shit going on, and I had to pass it on, like after 2 years, I had to pass it on to some other people, and that all went to shit because they had this attitude of, she's like, oh yeah, I go to places and I see people I like and I invite them. Like, no, you can't do that. You can't stay in your own little world. And you're not going to have a diverse reading. And that mattered a lot to me, because I think that makes that if you're running any sort of program or something which had to do with writing and expression, I wanted to get as many voices as possible and expression as possible. I didn't want my show to just be the same, people that all knew each other. So that's why they have things like, colleges have things like recruiting fairs and all that. If you just stay in your own little bubble, you're just gonna continue having everybody that looks and sounds like you. And but however, the bigger problem that they have, and we've talked about this too, there's a huge number of people at elite schools who were able to get in because their parents went there. So fortunately, once affirmative action was struck down, a lot more people started getting vocal about that. So yeah, okay, go after that. So, And there's also hope that this could also mean, it could just mean the more people apply to HBCUs, to historically black colleges, or that's what, I don't know. So it actually, it just stirs up a lot of shit, because one of the lawsuits that went on forever was brought by Asian parents who said that their kids weren't getting places in school because too many of them got good grades, and the schools wanted them to diversify populations. So, I mean, it is just an issue that pits people against each other. It's very hard to talk about without stereotyping and generalizing about people. Yeah, we like to talk about stuff like that here. So
cool.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's thanks to our friend Trump, who got to add 3 people to the Supreme Court. And so, yeah.
Yeah, see, I'm not very political or even politically aware, to be honest with you. But I just find it like that's what divides, you know what I mean? Like that's usually the one thing that can divide, is people's political views.
Yeah.
So if I'm neutral, then I'm usually good with everybody,
Yeah. Well, if it doesn't interest you, it doesn't interest you,
Yeah. I mean, some of it does, you know what I mean? But I just don't seek after it or try to. Yeah. But I'll listen, because like I was saying, it is interesting. A lot of it's interesting.
What does interest you?
The way things work, because I'm not really sure about all that. How things work, like what we were just talking about. How I was aware that race affected one's chances of getting into colleges, but I didn't know it was to that effect, or even to maybe a financial. It was even like a financial thing. So that was kind of surprising. So stuff like that.
Yeah. And hey, I mean, to anybody that's listening, I just want to make it clear again that this is a multifaceted issue with many different opinions and personal stories. And I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things where I mean, a lot of people people are upset about it, people who I find trustworthy, but yeah, it was my same. I just feel like it overall. I don't know. I'll be interested to see what happens, I guess. I mean, I don't know, but that was definitely one of the big things over the past couple of weeks. Ro, did you see any new movies this week?
I went to go see Flash. I think it was last week though.
Is that a superhero movie?
Yep. You don't know the Flash? You really don't know who that is?
I was just making sure that I did.
Okay, yeah, it's definitely superhero.
Okay.
It was more of a it was a good movie.
You liked it?
I liked it.
I didn't like it too. I thought it was
dude, because I am a what's a nostalgic, like I'm a sucker for nostalgia, dude. I'm a sucker for nostalgia. So if you throw in 89 Batman and the one from after him, what's his name? The one that was in the end. I forget his name all the time. But he wasn't a very good Batman. The movie wasn't that great, but I remember being little and loving it because it was Batman. You know what I mean? So it wasn't Val Kilmer. It was what's his name, dude?
You're not talking about Michael Keaton.
No, Michael Keaton is 89 Batman. Yeah,
Yeah, he's
but
a good one. I was gonna say, yeah, he's a good one.
he was in the movie, dude.
Oh, are you talking about
what's
Ben
his
Affleck?
name? No, he was in the movie too. I'm talking about at the end, the end credit scene where he finds out that he's not in his.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, but I
What's
forgot
that dude?
dude's
That
name.
old dude's name? He's an
I
old
forgot
dude.
his name. I forgot his
He
name
used to be
too.
like a heartthrob. He used to be like a heartthrob for like my mom's era.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I forgot his name, dude.
Now
I
I'm really.
can't.
So
think
was he in the superhero stuff? Was he a superhero actor? Who this?
he played. No, he
Yes,
only
he
played
played a
Batman.
Batman.
Only
Oh,
one time though. Only one time. He
Yeah,
never
only
really
one time,
did
but he's in other movies too.
like romantic comedies.
Yeah, I forget his name. I know who you're talking about though.
It's gonna bug me. Hold on.
yeah. When was so? So Batman started out in a comic book, didn't he? Batman and Robin.
Yep.
Okay, and then shit, the Batman theme. Now me and my brother would watch that. Yeah, okay, that's coming back to me now.
George Clooney.
George Clooney. Yep.
Yeah, that's his name. George Clooney. Yeah. He showed up at the end and I was like, see, like that kind of stuff. I'm a sucker for nostalgia, dude. So if you throw anything from when I was younger, like that's why I collect action figures because like, you know, from when I was younger, I didn't really, I mean, I had some, but we didn't really have that much money. So I didn't have that much, but I loved the ones that I had. And so that's kind of why I do it because of the nostalgia, really.
Oh, fuck yeah, man. Getting stuff
Yeah.
that you didn't get that you didn't have when you were a kid. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. Like,
food you didn't get to have when you were a kid.
oh, that too.
Oh, man. Yeah. 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 I love desserts. We didn't have desserts very much. So. And
oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so something else. I was I was reading about there's a group of islands called the Orkney Islands, and I've never heard of them, but I guess they belong to they're part of the United Kingdom, but they're now trying to leave the United Kingdom and join Norway. I didn't know you could do that. So, but it's this super isolated, teeny place, group of islands. I've never heard of them, so I have to finish reading about it. But I can see myself living someplace like that. Actually, totally isolated. Nobody would bother you. Possibly, just my books, my cats. You know.
That's what I've always wanted to live like in the mountains or something.
Yes. Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I would do fine living someplace like that. You know, going into cities sometimes for the opera and stuff like that.
Yeah, whatever you need. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's kind of like Vallejo, but without the quiet and peace. Vallejo's been fucking crazy. Oh my god. Yeah. So my friend Jamila, I was just on my friend Jamila Hanif's radio show, and she runs a youth facility, organization for youth, and they just got a facility like 2 weeks ago. She just had gotten the key, and a week later, it was vandalized. So
damn.
Yeah, people dumped paint on it and dumped paint all over it and left like a bunch of junk and spray painted racial epithets on it and on the building. And yeah, so really horrible. So, and then she, yeah, so the community has been coming out to care for that, look after that. And, you know, I mean, I understand all this, you know, I can see why people do stuff like to businesses, but this is a youth center. This is for the community. I mean, so yeah.
Yeah, I'll never understand why people do the stuff they do, man. stuff like that.
Yeah.
Stuff,
Yeah.
especially the places like that or like churches. You know what I mean? Like I'll
Yeah.
never understand, or like grave sites, stuff like that. Like
Oh, that is horrible. Yeah.
I'll never
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah, me neither. Appetite for destruction, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There was this long conversation in Vallejo, the Vallejo City Council last meeting about the parking. There's a parking garage that the city owns. And so there was, I had left by then. I really wasn't too interested in the issue, but apparently people's catalytic converters have gotten stolen more from the garage than from leaving your car out on the street.
I know. I've heard the same thing.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know how or why.
Yeah.
Maybe your tools are in the garage. They could just use your tools too.
Yeah, I cannot figure that out. So they're trying to figure out, it's just always the same thing. We were talking about trying to get money to pay for more security, but they don't have the money because people aren't parking there because there's no security.
And it's crazy because that's such a widespread issue. Like for catalytic converters, it's like every freaking where. Like my hometown, the Sacramento, Vallejo, obviously.
Yeah.
It's like, man, like I've heard they've even made laws for them now. My dad was telling me that like if you take it to wherever you take it to get like money for it, you have to like just like show your ID, and then like they don't give you like your credit right away. I guess they wait just in case somebody reports it. So if they so they won't give you your credits right away. So you have to wait the allotted time that they give you or whatever, and then if nobody calls and reports it in that time, which if mine got cut, I would do the exact same thing. I would call every single place around because they would if they're waiting within 2 days, I guess, or 3 days, whatever it is, and hopefully you could find it. But I heard it's expensive to fix.
It is. Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Well, the people that what happened with Jamila's place is that a cop had stopped by to visit the spot because it's like a family facility. The neighborhood, they want to try and have good relationships with the cops. Then he went over and gave a bunch of tickets, and a bunch of cars were towed, and people think that like Jamila got blamed for them. Like people thought she had moved into the neighborhood and started calling people. Like, fuck that, man. And there's a chop shop across the street. So yeah, people thought that the vandalism might have come from them. Like, yeah, okay, they think this lady, like this young lady, is moving into their neighborhood just to, it's fucking bullshit. So,
man, Vallejo was on one of the places I was going to start looking for apartments too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great here. I like it here a lot. Me and Roselle been doing the show for 6 years.
Damn, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Been a while.
I know, man. I think it's longer than I've ever. It's longer than I've ever held a single job. Longer than I've ever worked in the same place, and certainly longer than any relationship I've ever had. So,
how'd you guys meet?
Through somebody. There was an art space down here for a while, and Roselle and Age and them were doing Duck Soup at this art space.
Yeah, it's another podcast.
Yeah.
Duck Soup.
Oh yeah, you said you were telling me about that one. That's cool. What do you guys talk about on Duck Soup?
Duck Soup is more a little bit on the hip hop side. It's more like rap, hip hop, music.
Where'd you get the name Duck Soup?
Man, you'd have to ask Age. Age was the one that came up with the name. That's an Age thing.
It's an old it's an old movie.
I don't think he got it from the movie though.
Really?
That's what's weird. I don't think he got it from the movie, but we did realize that it was a movie. But
Okay.
I don't think he took it from the movie.
Because you can't, anytime you try and find, because for anytime you just try and find Duck Soup on YouTube, you get sent all this stuff about the movie.
Yep.
Yeah. Especially because, and then it's hopeless because Age has this weird spelling. So yeah, I just gotta, keep it bookmarked or something. Yeah, we should ask him that.
Definitely. I'll jack him up on the show next time on the Duck Soup. I'll ask him how he came up with it.
Yeah. Yeah. He gets pretty, Duck Soup gets pretty serious though.
At times.
Yeah.
They talk about other stuff once in a while. Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Last week was mental health night.
Yeah. Men's Mental Health Day.
That's cool.
Night.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyway, so that, and then there was this whole issue in Vallejo with, they hired somebody to run events and in the city and to coordinate with people that do events, people that do like the big events, like the street fairs. And my friend Mario does, have you ever come to any of the Vallejo festivals, Blaine? Like he does huge Dia de los Muertos event here. And so there's just people that have real strong roots here, been doing events for a long time. And so they just hired this lady who hasn't been in town for a long time, in town for a very long time, doesn't know the communities, and that's understandable, but she hasn't made any effort to meet people or does. My events are small, fortunately. I don't need to go deal with permits and insurance and all of that. But my friends that do have been going to these meetings about the issue and are just really upset. They feel like the city is trying to take over what they're doing. And so one of the city council members was saying that, and so this talk went on for an hour, and it was about whether to hire her, basically. And I think, and it didn't, it's sort of unclear. It was giving them a contract with a certain dollar amount, but I'm not sure if it was, I think it's gotta be for the events and stuff too, and herself. I don't really know what she's been paying. But so I was trying to, so the lady, so she left, and I was leaving too. So I wanted to try and get the late. So I went up to her and said, "Hey, congratulations," and introduced myself. And so I do not like how she came across, because she was talking to somebody else, and she goes like, "Boy, those two ladies were really grilling me." And I said, they're city council members, and they are representing concerns. People are real concerned about this. And so then she's got like, "Oh, I didn't think about it this way." I'm like, you're coming to present this whole thing in front of city council, and you don't even know who they are. And that, yeah, people are gonna, and fuck you, bitch. You're gonna put yourself out there publicly. People are gonna ask you stuff, okay? And right to do. And I said, and so she's like, "Well, I don't know why people are feeling that are feeling this way. I don't want to take anything away. I just want to add to stuff." And I said, "Well, they don't know that there are very big concerns, and and these people supposedly grilling you, it's their job to respond to people." So by that point, she started looking at me like, "Okay, I guess I really don't like her," and took off. And I was texting some friends of mine while they were talking, and who, long time event producers here. I was texting them, we're all just like, oh shit. Okay. She's not getting any, we got to watch it. My friend that does the Dia de los Muertos event was told that he should trademark Vallejo Dia de los Muertos Festival, because somebody will try. Because I was like, how can you trademark Dia de los Muertos? But I guess somebody else is going to try and compete with them. And yeah.
So two of them in Vallejo on the same day or something?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And it's a white person that's tried to do it, basically. That's tried to like set up their own Dia de los Muertos, that's tried to like do a Dia de los Muertos. I'm like, where the like, because you're sort of, I'm like, okay, why do you even, you're indicating that you have no understanding of Dia de los Muertos and the significance and the community or anything. Why do you even, I guess you must think it looks cool or something, because.
Does he profit off it at all?
Mario? No, I mean, no, he just got funding for like the first time. It's just, I mean, people come from around Solano County, and there's a lot of, just one of the things I find so moving is that it's families and it's people that it is like all day of different dance troupes. All day. I mean, there's so many dance troupes here, and the Mexican dance troupes in this county. So yeah, I mean, it's huge. There's lots of stuff going on. And so yeah, now I just need to, apparently somebody wants to like set some, like, it's also, I mean, people get territorial because there's also that just sort of feel like, well, nobody else should be able to block off this street because it's my street. So, yeah, there's that too. So this is why I feel pretty lucky that I keep my events small. Where, I mean, it has its own challenges, but I don't have to go deal with permits and shit. And I don't need to rate, my events need to pay for themselves, and like which that's different than the money I raise for my events like pays me like administratively, but so you can look at it that way. And I pay people that present and all of that, but I don't need to raise major money. I mean, yeah. Okay. So yeah, because that sucks. Nobody likes raising money. Nobody likes asking for stuff. It just sucks. Yeah. And I didn't even used to need to, but then if you get bigger and you want to do more stuff, you kind of need to do it. I've been having this discussion. Okay, so this image is from my comic that's coming out next month. 22 Days on a Chain Gang: The World of Bayard Rustin, illustrated by Alan St. Clark. So I've been having this discussion with him about what to charge for it. And so all of my events are no one turned away for lack of funds, because they're about history and stuff. I mean, it's educational. Yeah, I want people to just, I don't feel like, oh, it's free, I'll go check it out. I think that's odd. Yeah. So pretty much people it's by donation, and flat out, people are real cool about stuff like that. People that have money pay, they really do, because they understand, and that it's important, and that yeah, you want to try and make it possible. And it's just the biggest thing I say when I'm writing grants and stuff like that. It's like this means that the event can be free. I mean, if you're not like having like food or strippers or something, or like real stuff that people are going to pay for, there's a circus here. So anyway, there, or because I was going to say like, yeah, that's worth paying for, like acrobats and all that. But I feel we're having this whole discussion because the book is pretty, the comet has a lot of historical information and stuff in it. So I'm thinking about all the books that I have bought for all these years, and because I'll pay like 14 or 16 bucks or whatever for a book because I know how important it is, because I know I value writers and their work, and I understand how hard it is to do that and how much time it takes. So I feel like I am definitely, okay, well, if I'm going to do this, my book it's not anybody that wants a book can have one, but there's people that understand the importance, that care, who are going to have respect, who understand how much research I had to do in order to do it, and how hard Alan worked on the art. So I was saying, I want to charge 16 bucks. And he was saying like, I mean, he's used to cons and stuff like that. Or he does a lot of different things, but he was saying like 8 or 10. And fortunately, it's going to go to it's going to start off at a little bookstore here at a bookstore and art gallery here. So I'm going to, she'll know what she wants to sell it for. But we're getting closer. Finally.
That's cool. It looks like a good picture.
Yeah. The art is fucking amazing. Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna be really cool. And yeah, he's put it, because the artist wound up getting, of course he cared. I hired, and unfortunately it's been a long process. It was very hard for me to find an artist. And then I found one and he flaked. And then fortunately a friend Age connected me with Alan, who's just been wonderful to work with. And we're going to do another book. And yeah, so finally, but during this time, while we were working on it, during all this time, the book's gotten a lot better because of the time that I've had time to read more and learn more. So it's definitely gotten more interesting. But yes, my dad and my brother are getting the first copies, and then Roselle.
Definitely. Roselle needs a signed copy.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Collector's issue.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And then I was
Blaine is tired, dude.
Oh yeah.
My eyes are drying out.
I've been seeing it the whole time, dude.
My eyes are drying out so bad. I don't know why.
He knows better. He knows he don't want to wake up with this in the morning.
No, I appreciate you. I appreciate you having me on, man.
Oh, well, I hope you come back, Blaine. And thanks for bailing us out. I swear, man, I was just waiting for the Zoom. So the Zoom link. So yeah.
Freaking Roselle.
Oh, Roselle's the best, man.
Sent it.
Roselle is the best. Okay. That's my brother right there.
I sent it. I don't know what happened.
Well, yeah. I'll check you guys out.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe another time. And Roselle, I'll see you at work tomorrow, man.
All right, dude.
All right, you guys have a good night.
Okay,
right, you too, man.
Bye. He was cool.
Yeah, that's Blaine.
Awesome. Awesome. He was very cool. So which music did you play tonight?
What do you mean exactly? By him?
Oh, does he do music too?
Yeah, I played one of his videos. He had a song.
Okay.
And I just kind of played a little bit of the songs from my my indie pile of music.
Oh, okay. Cool. Damn, man, I should have called. I'm just like, okay, well, I guess it got held up or
Yeah,
something.
that's what I was tripping. I was like, she ain't saying nothing. I said I'll wait a little bit. I know I sent it, but she ain't saying nothing, so I'll just wait. And I didn't sure. Then I said, you know what? Let me just go ahead and say something. Maybe
I
maybe
appreciate
something happened.
it. Must have like got fucking. It must have like gone into my. Yeah, well, that's so annoying.
Well, no, sometimes it has happened before where I've sent people stuff and it goes in on my end, but for some reason it won't go on Facebook.
That
But
must be what happened.
it looked like it went on Facebook, and I don't know why it showed that it was on Facebook. So
yeah, that must be what happened. So there's a new. I was gonna try so there's there's now thread or something. So Facebook started a competition, I guess, to Twitter, which I was going to do, but it's linked to Instagram and I'm not on Instagram anymore. So yeah. Yeah, but I don't know, man. The world has been pretty fucking crazy.
yeah, definitely has.
Yeah. So next week I'm gonna go up I'm gonna be in my brother's boat in the Vancouver Islands.
Oh, so you're gonna be kicking it. Woo, okay.
Yeah, doing some kayaking.
So, will we be doing the show next week or no?
I don't think so, unless I can get on Zoom from the boat, which I don't think I can.
So you'll just let me know, and I'll just take it as a no for now.
Yeah. I mean, he has internet on the boat, but I mean, want to be. It's going to be with my my niece and her new husband. So yeah, but I'm glad we're back in the swing of things, man. It's just been a crazy couple weeks. Yeah. Oh, but shit, so next week's the third Friday and I won't be around.
So we'll just worry about it next month.
Okay.
I haven't even talked to her, so yeah, don't even worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been hot and crazy for me anyway. So
yeah, it sounds like
I don't know if I feel like moving all that stuff around. So we'll just go back to it on August.
Yeah. I know it's not the greatest, not the greatest for dragging stuff up and down. So yeah, and so I fixed it. So okay, this is something I'm gonna pat myself on the head a bit because I kind of, so like I said, the grants and all that for what I do, how it basically because at one point somebody was like, oh, your expenses. So it's like, oh, because he was talking about what's left over. And I was like, wait, what about me? He's like, okay, your expenses. You're already part of this. So Alan's going to get the profits from the book. And I'm pleased because he's going to be the first Black person to get any profits from Bayard Rustin. The people that made the documentary about him are white. That fucking documentary has been they have been making money off of it for years. They charged me to show it at the first Bayard Rustin symposium. And whereas the next year, 2 Black people flew in to present at the symposium because they knew it was important. So that's one of the things I'm going to share more with people as time goes on, because there's just a lot I've seen so far as booking people. You see who people are. Just to be really clear, I pay people. But I had told them I certainly could not pay to fly people in and all that. And they said that's fine. But yeah, I don't pull that shit. I pay people, but And then the guy that edited Rustin's letters charges $1,000 to speak. The guy that wrote a major biography of Rustin is just simply like a white guy, the gay guy that's a professor of like gender studies and shit. I mean, the people that have, and I've talked about this at the symposium, it comes down to like who gets the grants and all of that. I mean, that's why I mean, even I think I get my I mean, in order to do, I mean, for the material here for my books and all that, I mean, I just follow a lot of scholars. So affirmative action in universities, it is just one piece, okay? It is one piece of all the stuff about who's getting grants to, and all of that, grants, fellowships, and all that, who's getting to tell the story. So, you know, these fucking book and movie is assigned in colleges. I mean, they have made plenty of money off of it, whereas Robin Washington had to put his film about the I mean, you know, his film was on credit cards. I mean, and he didn't get any funding for it. So as time goes on, I mean, I've talked more about this as I've been doing the symposium for longer because I have to. It's because it's been part of the symposium developing, and I've seen through other events I try and put on. I see who's just trying to get stuff for themselves and who is looking at the bigger picture and all that. And so yeah, so that is one of the reasons, so far as I'm concerned, so far as some of the venues, the people that care about things like Bayard Rustin, all the other historical people understand that a book costs $14, $16, $18 or something, but we'll see. But I mean, it's nice because it's going to be placed in different bookstores. So I'm just going to be like, okay, here's the books. You can figure out the money with the artist. So I'm just pleased because with my, I just feel like it's more ethical in a way. Like even with the symposium at one point I did try and have somebody I was working with have the money in their name, and I wasn't going to steal anything, but it just felt like I don't want to have everything at my fingertips. And you know, yeah, I would never steal or do anything untoward with it, but yeah, so that's part of it too, because I'm like, yeah, man, this fucking money is going to go back. I just gonna go back to the community, and I'm just going to keep saying what I'm saying. I mean, and what I'm going to try and do, the question will come down to, I think there'll be a question about the copyright, because right now Rustin's partner owns the copyright, and so I want this project to be a model for where the copyright is going to go, and I hope that it'll go to an organization here. I think the so-called organization that represents Bayard is just fucking bullshit. It's like, and I wrote to the director asking to come on his podcast, and he didn't even get back to me. I'm just like, fuck you. I mean, yeah, these people think you know, there's nothing like the Bayard Rustin symposium, and like and so far as I'm concerned, I'm I mean, when somebody tells, for the most part, I mean, I think it's a compliment. I'm flattered when somebody tells me they want to come on the podcast. So, yeah, I mean, especially if somebody just contacted me out of the blue, I'm like, oh, hey, cool, you've seen it, you think it's interesting. So, yeah.
Cool, yeah.
So, you got anything to announce?
No, nothing really today.
Okay. Well, thank you to everybody for listening. And man, I am sorry. I'm sorry I fucked up.
No, it wasn't. It could have been on both of us. I just,
yeah.
Sometimes when I'm in the middle of DJing, if no one tells me nothing, I'm just assuming it worked.
Well, yeah, that's what I should have done. And yeah, I should have called. I just figured something must have happened. But yeah, I will definitely call if something like that happens again.
Yeah, no, probably it was still good. We still held it down. We kept it going.
We did, and we got a new guest.
It still kept going.
Sure did. Always. Okay, so well, if I don't talk to you before, I'll talk to you in 2 weeks.
That'll be the deal. Have fun in Vancouver.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay.
All right, y'all. Have a nice night.
Okay. Bye.